That is it.
2 million gifted by Mohbad, by Davido. So Baba Mohbad said, Darosha, you owed on to the money. Okay, you need to handle a number of things. So when Mohbad was to be buried, he was the one that bought the coffin. We all know the stories that emanated after that. The coffin was so small that Mohbad's neck has to be broken. Shame. A lot of things came up. A lot of insinuations. A lot of talks. People coming up with their own stories. But Mr. Boluwatife Adeyemo, aka Darosha, was never available to clear the air. Were those things being said, were they correct or they are not? We don't know. But one thing that is certain today, that as many people were just talking, analyzing, talking as if they were there when things happened, some were also working by following the process of the law. Some were able to identify that Darosha, who mentioned that he was the one that gave the order for Mohbad's body to be embalmed locally, and it was everywhere on the social, but he failed, or I guess he was ignorant of the law. He was ignorant of the part of the law that prohibit people to tamper with cops in Lagos. So everyone was going about to accuse and accuse. But those who know the law, rather than talking too much, rather than doing wutu-wutu, rather than looking for pictures of any of the accused, or rather than demanding that when they accuse the suspects now were released from detention, that they must come out and talk. Some people were behind the scene doing the right thing by the law. Because at the end of the day, if you want to catch a monkey, people say you do like the monkey. But I've always said it doesn't end there. If you want to catch a monkey, understand the monkey's move, stick to your gun or your arrow and hit the monkey. Because if you want to be like the monkey, you are not the monkey will outsmart you. But this set of people understand my own version and they study this monkey and they use their gun to do what? Eat the monkey. Woo! The trap was set, the dice was cast, and today something happened. Now, before I go to what happened, today's 29th, over a month ago, a petition was written to the Assistant Inspector General of Police by the demands of some people, but they went through a legal arm that everyone knows. I'm not going to talk about it, but the information reaching me was that they wrote a petition on the 25th of March 2024 and they sent it to the Assistant Inspector General of Police of Zone 2 Command, Onikon, Lagos, to call the attention of the authority to the violation of the Lagos State Corona Law. So, Mr. Boluwatife came out publicly to say he was the one that sanctioned the embalmment of Mohbad's body, understanding that his father, his mother were yet to know that he's dead, and understanding that he died mysteriously. So they call in a nurse, an auxiliary nurse that is regarded as quack nurse in Nigeria, and the nurse said she injected him with 3 injections. However, after that, Mohbad reacted to it, and it necessitated them to take him to an hospital, which they did not do in the first place. But before he got to the hospital, he gave up the ghost. When they got to the first hospital, they were told he was brought in dead. They went to the other hospital. It was also the same thing. And the other hospital added that the rigor mortis had set in. So they took him back home. And they went to embalm the body. Now, for those of you that are listening to me, those of you that are beaming in your meetings, you need to understand that ignorance of the law is not an excuse. In this case, young Boluwatife thought they could do anything. So, Mr. Boluwatife sanctioned as PA to Mohbad and his uncle on site, sanctioned that his body be embalmed. Now, that was the first crime visible that do not need any form of investigation that Darosha committed. Now, it is a crime because contrary to section 16 of the Corona System Law of Lagos State 2007, it is an offense for you to tamper with a body, with a corpse that was not in the hospital. You've not known the cause of death, and you tampered with it. And he tampered with it by doing a local embalming. So, let me first refresh us. So, I said on the 25th of March, a petition was sent to Zone 2 of Zone 2 Command of the Nigerian Police Force, Unicom, and it reads thus: petition against Mr. Boluwatife Adeyemo, aka Darosha, for tampering with the corpse of Ileri Oluwa Oladimeji Aloba, also known as Mohbad, contrary to section 16 of the Corona System Law of Lagos State 2027 and punishable under section 48 of the Corona System Law of Lagos State. Let us go on Google, go search it. The Corona System Law of Lagos State, section 16, and the punishment can be found under section 48 of the same law. Now, the petition, that was the topic, the headline. Now the petition's body reads thus: we act as solicitor to Mr. Joseph Aloba, hereafter referred to as our client, and on whose express instruction we petition your office. Let me say to everyone, the law firm that wrote this petition is to Barrister Taiwo Odumosu, so that nobody will say, oh, they wrote the petition, but Baba did not give his permission. It's left for you to conclude. Now, I read us. Hold on, please. We act as solicitor to Mr. Joseph Aloba, herein referred to as our client, and on whose express instruction we petition your office. Our client briefed our office of the timeline of events as follows. On the 12th day of September 2023 at about 4 p.m., our client received a call from the mother of the Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba disease, hereafter described as Mohbad. Mohbad's mother of a meeting point, so parties conveyed in order to board a boat to Lekki from Ikorodu. Our client, in the company of the mother of Mohbad, arrived at Ikorodu. However, the communication of the well-being of Mohbad was with Mohbad's mother and not our client. So he was solely reliant on the information he received from her. The hospital was described to the mother of Mohbad via phone, who then conveyed the location to our client as Oshukpa, London bus stop. On arriving at Oshukpa, London bus stop, Mohbad's mother called again so they could be picked, but she was informed by who she was in communication with to turn back as the disease is now fully recovered. Our clients, on hearing this development, became suspicious and requested Mohbad's mother's answer in the phone so he can speak with whoever she has been in communication with. Our client discovered it was the personal assistant to the disease, in the person of Boluwatife Adeyemo, who is popularly known as Darosha. Our client felt uneasy and he immediately proceeded to the last known address of the disease in the company of the deceased mother. Our client arrived at the home of the deceased at about 10 p.m. on the same day. He observed that the house was filled with a lot of people who mostly unknown to him. Our client immediately rushed to the bedroom of the deceased located upstairs in the said duplex. He met the absence of the deceased in the room. However, he observed there was a bed sheet soaked in blood. On sighting this, our client was afraid and he immediately rushed out of the room, heading downstairs. On his arrival downstairs, our client was told by Lifestyle, a dancer who worked with the disease, to look at the corpse of his son, which was placed by the staircase. On sighting the corpse of his very talented son, our client noticed salt was placed on the chest of the deceased. His nostrils, mouth, and ears were also closed with pieces of cotton wool. Apparently, the corpse of the son of our client had been locally embalmed by Darosha. We wish to bring to your attention the legal implication of actions of Darosha in accordance with Nigerian law. So, Corona System Law 2007, Section 48 of the law addresses the offenses and penalties of tampering with the dead body, contrary to Section 16. Darosha actions not only violated the aforementioned legal provision, but also creates a significant jeopardy to public order, misinforming people that there are no consequences to tampering with the corpse by locally embalming. We urge you to take immediate and decisive action to investigate the matter thoroughly and bring the Darosha to justice. In our client's instruction that you use your good office to further investigate the act of Darosha, herein, it is also important to our client that such act must not go unpunished in order to prevent such audacity from being a norm. Hence, we prevail on your office to act fast. We therefore appeal that you use your good office to investigate the matter in the interest of our clients with a view to taking the appropriate steps as your office may deem fit in the circumstance to prosecute Darosha accordingly. And this was signed by one of the lawyers of the chamber. So, that was the petition sent to Zone 2 on the 25th of March 2024. So as it were, some people were working legally, while many people were, talking. So since 25th, police had to do their own preliminary investigation. So today, things happen. So let's delve into the development. Last week, Darosha told the police that he was coming to the police station. But Darosha, in his usual, in his usual charismatic way, told police that he was going to come. But he later called that he could not come. He said he was sick. So he was posting the police. He was supposed to go there on Tuesday or Wednesday, but he did not go. He was supposed to go there last week Friday, but he did not go. So today, he said he was going to come. To cut the long story short, Darosha has visited Zone 2, and Darosha has been under detention of the police, and according to the police as well, information from the police also shows that Mr. Darosha might likely be charged and taken to court. Now, this one is not about detaining for a long time. Police got the petition on the 25th. Police did their investigation, and police invited Mr. Darosha to come and say his part. But Mr. Darosha was smart. He was running etasketa throughout last week. But today, Nigerian police have detained Mr. Darosha. And Mr. Darosha, hopefully, will be in court. Now, Darosha is yet to be drilled about what happened to Mohbad. Let's get it right. Darosha is detained for violating the Lagos State Corona System Law, Section 16, and it is punishable under Section 48. I remember on Papariano's platform when we were discussing, and those who were supporters club of the other side were saying, Papa carried that body. He told them to put it in the ambulance. And they put it in the ambulance. Why did he touch the body? He cannot touch the body. They were all saying all sorts of things. Baba has violated the law. He's a criminal. And I said on Papariano's platform that day that you need to step back. Baba is not even the secondary. Someone brought his body down. Someone ordered that his body be cleaned, washed, dressed and embalmed locally. So if you want to see who had violated the law, you should be asking of who sanctioned, who has the power to say embalm the body, knowing that this young man was killed. So they went on and been making noise. So I said, those who know the law, we act accordingly. So those who know the law have acted over a month ago. And today, the rain has fallen. So very good, very nice. Justice for Mohbad is on the move. But it might not be very, very fast. Like I've said before, some people might have thought they've succeeded in whatever they've done. Some people might have thought that they've been able to becloud the minds of the authority for seeing them for who they were. But some people do pay attention to details. And those who pay attention to details have acted, and we are seeing it. Now, I said earlier that I don't know the kind of song Mr. Darosha will be singing now. But it is interesting that Mr. Darosha is not under Lagos State. He is being arrested by the federal, which is the zonal. I've also heard today where some people were making a lot of concussion as they love to, but I'll talk about that later. Today, whether Mr. Darosha will be singing Canary music, hip-hop music, or reggae music, or Apala music, I don't know. But he has been with musicians for long to be able to rap, to sing many genres of music. But I hope he will be able to sing, and the police authority will be able to dance, and himself will dance to it. Then they can take the music he has sung, take it to the studio, and they will release a special single. Maybe that will be a tribute from him for Mohbad. Whatever the case is, ignorance of the law is no excuse. So it's interesting, no? Don't also forget that this is now an investigation by the federal. A number of petitions had gone to the IG demanding for federal to get involved. Now, they might not have come to say, or we don't know, that maybe they've taken over the whole investigation. But it's a fresh one. This has nothing to do with who killed Mohbad. How did Mohbad die? What killed Mohbad? No. These had to do with events after the death of Mohbad. And it is regarded as a corpse. You do not tamper with it. So, FYI, for everyone, for your information, if you are in Lagos State, if a body, if there is a corpse, if you don't know the cause of the death, even if it's your father, the first thing, or your relative, maybe it was heart seizure, the first thing you do, take the body to the hospital. Take it to an hospital, probably where the person goes to. They have the person's medical history. It will be easy for them to give you a death confirmation document. Excuse me. And the death confirmation document can give you a death certificate, as the case may be. Once you have that, you can now say, take the body to local embalmment or take it to the morgue. But without having those documents, I beg you, if you don't know before, know today. no triumph. Don't touch the body aside you, moving the body from a location to another. Because the law in Lagos State do not permit it. And if the law in Lagos State do not permit it, please don't do it. Wow, it's interesting, you know, that today, Monday, something good is happening. If anyone want to join me, be my panelist, please send your request. Let's discuss before we go to other matters.
I'm sorry.
James, if Amitabh dies in a movie, you know, say that movie na bomber. This one, by the time we find out who did it, it will be like Dharmendra dying in an Indian movie. Because actors not they die. But this one, the actor
don't die, Titi.
Actor don't die. Hey.
This one is after the death of the actor, the film just continued.
You know what? My wife is a fan of Indian movies. Let me see, baby. Wait till me that Indian movie where you they like so much. Where they give you almost 10 different parts. That one with with Akbar and whatever.
What's the name of that? Dramendabi. Akbar.
There's a movie. There's an Indian series. Akbar Anthony. No, Akbar Anthony is a movie, but this one is a new series. That one where I follow you, they watch. Where that boy know they die. with the wife. Even my daughter knows it. My 7-year-old daughter knows the movie, but we can't remember the name. But me, I don't vex for my wife. Say when I come home, don't put this thing on because the Joda and Akbar. It's called Joda and Akbar. For those women where they like it, go watch Joda and Akbar. They know they die. They know they finish. Now be the thing where then they give us for Mohbad story. This script is on ending, and if we ever get to the end, my brother, I promise you, I will kill a cow, and the world, I will broadcast it. Make una join me anywhere in the world. I will kill a cow, live barbecue, live cow, because this story from a Nigerian family, Nigerian people, they don't write this story past in Hollywood and which one be Americans? Hollywood and Hollywood.
Bollywood is in
Hollywood, but all the roots together.
They don't put all of them together inside Mohbad's story. I give them credit, but we go see the end of this writer. That's my hope, you know. I know it may take a while, you know. I was talking on Paprano before the news came in. Let me tell you, for weeks now, we've known that Darosha is going to get picked up. For weeks, and Aristocrat, you know, we've had this conversation. Yeah. You know, we knew, but we don't come up and say everything. And like I said, 4 more names are on the list to be picked up. You know, and it's not that we're taking credit, but it's just to let those people know that people are working underground to get Mohbad justice. Now, we don't announce it because we know things can get twist and suspense, you know, and turn. So we don't say everything we know. And some of you will think we're trying to take glory. It's not about glory. It's about doing the right thing, working with a formidable team, people that knows what they are doing, and we don't come and make noise about it until results come out. There are more things being done. You know, let me just give you a simple, you know what, so that you won't say African TV is trying to take glory. I guarantee you, almost everybody that is connected has committed a crime, and they are all going to be picked up by federal law. That petition is going now. So if you knew something and you were around the environs of Mohbad's death, you've not spoken, we are coming after you. You're going to be picked up and you begin to sing like canary. That is the strategy. She will not like to play divide and conquer. You are going to get picked up one by one, and we're going to get the truth from all of you. We cannot pin murder on anybody yet, but we are hoping that once people are picked up one by one, the puzzle will come together. So make una go back, wanna go reform all on a lie. Because when you're alone in that cold, lonely cell, you will know what it is to rat. This is an international murder case. It's not business as usual. You can intimidate, you can harass, you can abuse, You can do all your normal games, but fresh bloods are coming in every day. New people are waking up every day. Mohbad is going into people's spirit. When you see old men like me, aristocrat, and the rest of us, Lady Harris, and we are crying, do you think we don't have anything to do? By the grace of God, we have sustenance. We have paid the price. I can sit in Nigeria for the next 5 years if the case, if it's needed. And by the grace of the Almighty, I will not starve. So I'm on the ground, my boots are here, people are working here, and we are combining, we're meeting people left and right to make sure that we change our nation for the good. So you can continue to be in the enemy camp, abuse us, insult us, degrade us. If that makes you feel happy, go ahead. But we're going to get this justice. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You know, you can run, but you can't run forever. So, like I said, African TV will raise 50 million. If you just save the world the headache, and you contact us and you tell us what you know before they pick you up, not after they pick you up. We'll raise 50 million naira as a reward for you, just for saving all these women that are crying, all this abuse. You know, when you go to court and you plead guilty, instead of 10 years, the judge may give you probation or 2 years. That's the case on the table. You're going to get rewarded handsomely for telling us the truth. Let the world get peace, because this case is not going away. And if you're around it, you don't talk. Just being around it, you're already complicit in the case. I beg, aristocrat, give them an aristocratic explanation of being complicit. Knowing about it, being about it, and doing nothing about it. I beg, help me break it down, my brother. Thank you.
All right. In the face of the law, you see, you that you are an accomplice to a crime, what it means is you've heard about it, you saw them doing it, or let me give a good example. A group of people went to rob a bank, and someone, they don't have a vehicle, yeah? They now saw an Uber driver, took an Uber driver, and told the Uber driver that, wait for us, we are going there to rob. Or we are going there to do something. While the Uber driver was waiting for them, he saw them that these guys just rushed out, dive into his car and say, drive. He drove off. When he goes, say, oh God, what happened? We go thief money. Whether they give him from that money or not, if police apprehends everyone, he is an accomplice, even though he did not go to rob with them, or he does not have knowledge of what it was. Because what he should have done after that, if he was alive, was to report to the police. Secondly, someone that knew about something but kept sealed, did not talk. When the matter is investigated and the suspects were interrogated and they named the person and they could establish that the person knew about their plan, that person has become an accomplice to the crime. Now, under the law, it is the same measurement of punishment to the person that committed the crime that the accomplice will be given. So, in Nigeria now, if you commit murder and you are an accomplice to murder, which is, if they want to help you, life imprisonment. Whatever they give the main person, they will give you to life imprisonment. So the way it is everyone that knew about this matter, just this matter that Darosha has violated, those who know about it, if by chance, when he's interrogated, he mentioned 1-2 people that we discussed it together and we agreed that we should embalm him, and I carried it out, all of them has committed those crimes. Now, all of them, the 2 other people that had the agreement with him are now accomplices to crime. If na Kirikiri, they go. Now they know. If na Kuche, anyone. But they will surely go, because in this matter, don't let us deny ourselves. Darosha confessed to a crime unknowingly. He confessed by saying he embalmed Mohbad. Those who know the law were laughing. He has embalmed. Now, if by chance, maybe investigation also identifies him as a suspect to Mohbad's death, he will be going to 2 courts. One court on violating the coroner's law, the other one for being a suspect or accomplice to the death of Mohbad. So, double wahala for dead body and the owner of the dead body. Anyway, before we go on, just in the celebration of the moment, let's have a little interlude. Before I bring up Susie, give us more. I hope you finish your suya. The Corona Law System of Lagos State of 2007, Section 16, and is punishable under subsection Section 48 of the same Act. You can Google, just look for it. Lagos State Corona System Law of 2007, Section 16, and you can look at the punishment at Section 48. Let us educate ourselves. Now, Han, how are you doing today? Hello, Han. Are you there?
I'm good. I can't really talk that much because my daughter's here. So, yeah, it's a bit noisy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I hope your daughter do not understand Kamala Pew Pew. Susie, how's your suya going?
Small. What is the punishment like?
You know today, because I'm the host. NG Room.
Yes, sir.
Please go on Google. Can you get the file out so that you can read it for us?
I know I'm driving home. Maybe when I get home.
Oh, okay. I would like to read it fact for fact so that we can easily understand the law, the Corona Law System of Lagos State. This is for us to educate ourselves and also for us to understand the law as it were.
Because for me here, organizing crime, that's for the category of organizing crime. And that's a huge punishment here in the United States of America, you know. So I don't know about Nigeria, so I want you to tell us more about it. Lord.
Hello?
Yeah, we here.
So that's all done. I'm trying to bring up
Are
the
you trying
files.
to? Are you trying to bring out the petition? Is it the petition you?
I've read the petition already. I want to bring out the law itself, details of the law itself, so that we can educate ourselves further to understand the law itself, then its punishments. So that people will
I don't know about Nigeria. You know, in US here, that fall under organizing crime, and I don't know. So me, I want to know more about it.
You know, as it were, like, this is a case of violation of an existing law. That is corona law. That as corona system talks everything about disease.
Okay.
Just the same law that is established to say the morgue cannot accept any corpse without certain documents. Because it could be that, you know, that body was killed. Because if the law does not exist, then people can kill people, take them to the morgue. It is also the same law that is used to deal with people that disembalm dead bodies. You understand?
Yeah.
Because what it means is you mutilated a corpse after death. First thing to establish is what was the cause of the death of that person. If you murder the person, one crime. That you disembalmed the body, another crime. Now you will take the corona law to deal with that. So that is why when people go to court, they can have about key count charges that we actually nail them. And once it has to do with cops, it must be the corona law. So Nigeria has a lot of law. One of the problems that that has always been is Nigerians don't read the existing laws. So those who don't even know laws, and in Nigeria, they don't really change law very fast. There are laws that have been there. Only if a lot of people or lawyers finds out, if lawyers do find out during prosecution that those laws are outdated, they will, put a paper forward, proposals, and say the law should be reviewed. But there are a lot of laws. There are local government laws, there are state laws, there are criminal laws, civil law, English law, Sharia law. All those laws exist. But people know their Quran and Bible more than the law that governs their life. And it is what it is. What Nigerian
aristocrat
is different.
Sorry, aristocrat. One lawyer told me that opening a business in Nigeria, just simple as selling hair or something on the street, Nigeria or Lagos in particular has about 235 laws that regulates you doing business. So even if you want to start selling akara, there are laws. Now let's look at the Darosha factor. The Darosha factor. Embalming is a business. Does he have a license to do that? 99% the answer is no. You're not certified, medically certified to embalm a human being. Not even to embalm a cat or a dead dog. And you embalm a human being and you post it that you did it. Do you understand that right there we have a crack in the investigation? Convict him on the embalming, disembowelment of the body of Mohbad. Get him tried for that. And believe me, that leads to every investigation that is possible. Like I said earlier, who told you he was dead? Who certified he was dead? Who was there when you were told? Who told you how to embalm? Who authorized you to embalm? Did you speak to the family? And who witnessed you embalming? And what was the cause of death to the best of your knowledge? Make them bring and come African TV investigation room. Make I grill them. From Darosha alone, the truth has been revealed. Because for you to embalm somebody, you must certify he's dead. For you to certify he's dead, you must be licensed. And who authorized you to perform what you did? And who else saw you? And then let's go to the neck breaking. Guys, everybody get your glass of wine, hot drink, Guinness, whatever tickles your fancy. Let's begin to celebrate.
African TV, you have forgotten something, sir. the environment which the embalm was done is totally out of it. Environment in the house, embalmment done in the house, the stuff you took out of his body, how did you dispose it? Where did you keep it? You understand? So these are the questions that need to be answered by Darosha. You know, you said it all. We're going to buy our popcorn and let's sit down, bring your Dom Perignon, your Baileys, whatever drink they are good with. Bring it on to the table and let's watch the movie unfold. The movie has started. You know, it's going to be a long episode. We're going to watch it and we'll see how it's going to go down, you know. So, sir, we are still waiting so that you can put us through.
I'm trying to get the extant one now.
Okay, sir.
And now in Nigeria, everything is monetized. So I'll get it out soon.
What point did these people gather? Who did the phone calls and call all of these people? Baba went down, they said he should go and see his son. His son was lying